Alright guys, well we have a very beautiful ride down into Palm Desert. Last night, before I went to bed, I slept up here on the in the Paradise Valley area. Before I went to bed, I was asked folks, should I go explore the mountains today or should I head on down into the desert and go to the Salton Sea? And overwhelming comments were see, hachigato see, oike no wawari ni ohana ga saita yo, see, hachigato see. Hey! Oh, sorry, a little bit of Japan creeping back in. You can take the Gaijin out of Japan, but you can't take the Japan out of Gaijin, yes. Except maybe me, because I get it all wrong. Anyway, so we'll take a nice leisurely roll down here. If anybody comes up behind me, I'll just pull over at a safe spot and let them pass. Look at these rocks. Look at this landscape. I spent the night in a pinyon juniper woodland, which is really beautiful. Wow. And already we're losing the lush green, well, lush by comparison to what? Bicycles. We're losing a lot of the greenery, and it's giving way to more desert. Look at the rocks over here on the left and much fewer rocks on the right. That valley down there to the left over here, that's where Palm Springs is, and then Palm Desert is over here. There, that's Palm Springs over there, the urban area that you see. Had a really nice camp out last night. I really like my tent. I've got an REI half dome tent, the standard size, not the large one. And I picked this tent because without the rain cover, it's almost like sleeping under the stars. It's all mesh above, just a few areas where the it has to be reinforced to hold on. Look at the jumping choyo cactuses everywhere. We're transitioning as we go down in elevation. We're transitioning to different life zones, and the you can see those nasty old jumping choyas, kind of the fuzzy-looking cactus there. They'll jump at you. But the half dome has a, like I said, except where that connects onto the poles, beautiful mesh. It's almost like being outside, except you don't have to worry about tarantulas falling over your face, scorpions scuttling into your shoe, or snakes climbing in, whoa, to sleep with you. Motorcycle tip. Oh, there, Palm Desert and Palm Springs down there. Wow, look at that. Motorcycle tip. When you're on a road like this, there's wind typically on these kind of passes. It's harder to maneuver safely, and big trucks like that have their own blast of wind that accompanies it, and it can really mess you up. It's really a good idea to take it slow. We'll stop at this vista point here and take a look. Especially on a big bike like this. This is an adventure bike. It is capable of handling streets very well, but fully loaded as it is, it's a little heavy. No, I'm not going to talk because there's people everywhere. We'll just stop and have a look. Plugged in. Mikey Chen's commenting on my wife's photo. They're talking about my wife posted a photo of her daughter's and her long legs. Let's go take a look.
Hey, come here. Hey.
Hello.
Give him his face, dude. Come here. Hey, doing a dog suit.
Okay, there's Palm Desert down there. Palm Springs would be over there, and you can see the twisting lines of it. The giant wash over there. Look at that twisting turns. It just comes up. That's where we're going to go down, and then we'll merge out there in the Palm Desert, and then I'm going to go to the right and head over towards the oh, you can see the Salton Sea. There it is. See the Salton Sea way over there. You can see the edge of the Salton Sea. That's where we're headed, and then we're going to tour around the sea. Okay, let's get back on the bike. Okay, make sure everything's snug. Oh, this one light's been coming loose. I don't have the right size wrench for it. Put a few more hand twists on there. There we go. And let's button this back up. Save some power on that. Shut that down. No, not you. Oh, this one. And power off. Okay, here we go. Now sometimes it's easier with this bike. With the Sparrowbee, I would walk it back. Sometimes it's easier with this bike because I would walk it back because it was so high and hard to hold on to. With this bike, it's easier to just sit on it, fire it up, and then kind of look behind you. Make sure everything's cool. And then meander it back. Okay. Here we go. Now sometimes I have a hard time remembering which side of the road I belong on. After all those years in Japan, I come out into the street like that. I'm like, right, left, right, where do I go? I'm looking for other cars to give me a heads up. And I'm embarrassed to say I have gotten it wrong. That's a dangerous thing. The bike's a little better balanced today than it was yesterday. I discovered I brought way too much stuff on this trip. Oh, whatever it's called, that plant right there. It's another distinguishing plant for the Sonoran Desert. Roy Wilson Memorial Highway. Yeah, I brought way too much stuff. I wish I could pop home real quick and dump off so much of this extra stuff I don't need. That's the way you do it sometimes. You go out and takes a couple of expeditions. This is my really first adventure expedition with bike. You know, with full camping gear and everything. It takes a couple of times to figure out what you need and what you don't need, and to figure out how to pack the stuff so that everything works, so that there's a good balance of equipment, so that the bike leans and moves through turns comfortably and easily. Yesterday it was floppy through the turns. It would turn and kind of ratchet over. It was very kind of scary. Now it's smoother, still ratcheting a little bit. I think that's my tires. I have some old tires on here. I really should invest in some new tires. That'll make a world of difference. The other thing that it happens is you learn how, what was I going to say? You learn about how to access stuff. I've got two metal panniers on the back of the bike. Panniers are the word to describe those. Ooh, looks like someone didn't hit that. Jeez, it looks that way. See how the bike's kind of rationing through the turn? It's not smooth. And this particular bike, this GS, is a very smooth bike through turns. It's the weight. I don't have things balanced yet. But the metal cases on the back I have the right one has my, you know, kind of my, that's my closet and my kitchen and my bathroom all in one. And then the left one, and the stuff on the top has all my overnight gear, tent, sleeping bag, this stuff's really secure on top. And then on the left hand here I have all my photography gear and plus my hat. And it's good to be able to arrange things so that you can access quickly the stuff that you need frequently through the day, and go ahead and put deep the stuff that you won't need until the next night's at the next camp. So I didn't do that. My first shot yesterday wasn't good. Oh, here's a nice turn, swooping through. Look at that guy. No, he's moving. Swooping. Wow, that's more than, gee, that's more than 180 degrees. Kind of made me dizzy. Oh, here comes a biker that passed me. Oh, it's that guy that was up at the top, and I've got a car behind me that wants, a truck that wants to go fast. Next place to pull over, I will do so. Look at that guy go. Yeah, the bike's definitely not smooth. I can fix that. New tires and better weight distribution. In the meantime, very cautious riding. And the wind isn't helping. That's the other thing. I've ridden this exact stretch on my old GS. That was a GS, standard GS, not a GSA. And it was smooth as butter. See, I think part of the thing is my tires have like an edge to them. So they've worn down. So I go over that edge. I have to kind of go over a ridge when I'm in the turn. And that causes the bike to flop. Yep. I'm going to get new tires right away. See that dark patch on the ground there? I saw that. Got to watch out for that kind of stuff. Not this. This is more like stuff. But it could be oil or diesel fuel or something like that. Bad stuff. There we go. I'm almost at the bottom now. Yeah, this is kind of scary. I had a scary ride up this mountain yesterday. Now a scary ride down. Be glad to get out of this. New tires right away. Okay. Whew. Okay, returning back to normal riding. Nice GSA smoothness. Visitor center. Palm Desert City Limit. They got strange names for some of the. See, Roy Wilson Scenic. Well, that's not it. I'm thinking Roy Williams. Or Roy Rogers. But they've got a lot of curious names for streets. See the saguaro cactus? Big tall ones? Those are more distinguishing cactus for this type of desert area, the Sonora Desert and the Colorado Desert. Anyway, they have strange names for some of the streets here. Oh, look at that house over there. Get out of the way, across. Bighorn, entrance to a gated community. They'll have like the Roy Williams, Roy Rogers Way, the Gene Autry Highway, the Girachi Trail is what it was. You know, this was this area here, Palm Springs and Palm Desert, particularly Palm Springs, were a getaway for the Hollywood elite, as well movie industry elite from Los Angeles, as well as wealthy people from the LA area. It's only an hour and a half or so from LA. And so also not snowbirds, but people would come here retire. Regular people would come and retire in mobile homes. This is a mobile home community. My grandmother was one such, although she didn't make it this far. She made it to Hemet, world of difference. It's just over the mountain. And the more wealthy people would come and have their retirement villas and such. People come here for the health reasons, the wonderful weather, year-round sunshine. A bit hot in the summer, but they have lots of resorts, spas, golf courses up the yin-yang. Oh, look at these houses. They got the Southwest architecture. State Highway 74. That's what I'm on. This is State Highway 74. That coming down into Palm Desert out of the what is it called? Afton? No, something like that. Paradise Valley area. Okay, now I'm looking for Route 111. I think it is. Which will take me, Bel Air Road. Oh, Bel Air. Oh. Route 111, I think, will take me to the Salton Sea. Bel Air. Buffet. Let's head on down to the clubs for some buffet, brunch, and then a few hours on the links. Yeah, Reginald. And have plans to meet the ladies at the spa. That guy smoking a cigar and jogging. That's a first. Smoking a cigar and jogging. Okay. I'm going to go out for a quick jog. Oh, the golf carts. Look at golf carts. That's another symbol of this area. Deep Purple? No, Deep Canyon Tennis Club. See, Buffy, well, you're down at the Deep Purple Tennis Club. I'm going to go out for a jog. Did you bring, Reginald, did you bring your Monte Cristo with you? I can't forget your Monte Cristo. Yes, I might run into some of the boys from the club. I'll do just that. Thank you, Buffy. Sound like Mr. and Mrs. Howell. Yeah, there's a lot of money. This guy thinks I'm just like pointing things out for him. That's the thing when you're making these kind of adventure vlog. It's like, you're pointing stuff out and nobody knows. You're all alone. People are like, what is he pointing out? Kind of an upscale kind of a community, like upscale, non-scale apartment type of living. It kind of looks nice. I don't know what I just said. Buffy! Now we need to drive past all the riffraff. It's just such a pity that so many of the undesirables are making their way to the Palm Desert area. You remember back in the day when Gene Autry, what's that? Museum? No, a gallery. Of course, a gallery. Lots of galleries. El Paso. Yeah. Do you remember back in the old days when the Rat Pack defined the lifestyle here? Oh, let's go down this street. This looks awfully fancy pants. Remember when the Rat Pack? Look at this. It's like, what am I, Bel Air? Gucci, James Purse, whatever the heck. Official Optic, Daily Grill, and I've arrived. But I'm not welcome. California Pizza Kitchen. Look at this. This is the place. This is the Escada, where all the people with the money go. Buffet, let's go on down to the Village Grill for lunch after our 11 o'clock buffet. I won't eat anything, but we can nibble. You can wear that new hat of yours. The one, there's people at the pizza bar. Maybe they have a new art exhibit down there. Bud Johnson design. Dawson Cole Fine Art. I wonder if Bud Johnson knows about Big Paul. You could probably sell Big Paul's big nuts down here. Heiress. Today's tresses and heiress. I think they're having a... No, they would never have a sale. What's this? Mars Menswear. Galleries. Heavenly Cotier. Whatever the heck. I can't pronounce that word. Salon. Look at all this. Okay. getting to be a 20-minute video. Classic art gallery. Well, I think I've had enough of this Tom snobbery. I'm gonna pull over, turn the camera off, and contemplate the next step. Okay, thanks for joining me, everybody. Let me shut things down. Ah, there's a bicycle. Yeah, that's how it kind of feels on a motorcycle sometimes. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm shutting down. Next stop, the desert, or some breakfast. See ya.